Quote Retreat by Sandor. One quote, one reflection, one thought that could bring a moment of light and energy to your day. Join me as we take a look at today's quote. The quote is by Albertina Walker, born 1929, died 2010. It reads, "Be a voice, not an echo." Let's take a moment together to explore the messages within this quote. Gospel music has shaped American culture for generations. But here's something fascinating. It took one remarkable woman singing at age 4 in Depression-era Chicago to revolutionize the entire genre.
That's such an interesting point about Albertina Walker. And you know what really catches my attention? Her powerful quote, "Be a voice, not an echo." It perfectly captures her pioneering spirit.
Well, when you look at her journey, it's pretty incredible. Starting in Chicago's vibrant gospel scene in the 1930s, she went from being mentored by the legendary Mahalia Jackson to founding the Caravans by age 22. And this was in the early 1950s, when female business leaders were extremely rare.
The timing of the Caravan's formation is so significant, right as the civil rights movement was gaining momentum. How do you think that influenced their impact?
You know, that's such a crucial point. The Caravans became more than just a gospel group. They were performing in churches that were centers of civil rights activism. And here's what's fascinating. They would often perform in segregated venues, but their music had this way of transcending those physical barriers.
It's remarkable how she managed to balance artistic expression with social activism, especially during such challenging times.
Well, speaking of balance, let's talk about her voice itself. People who heard her perform live often describe this almost supernatural ability to shift between these gentle, intimate moments and these powerful, roof-raising crescendos. Her 1988 hit, "Please Be Patient with Me," is probably the best example of this range.
That song really showcases her versatility. And you know what's interesting? She recorded it when she was nearly 60, proving that her voice only got better with age.
Exactly. And that longevity is pretty remarkable when you think about it. Like, she maintained relevance from the 1950s through 2010, adapting to massive changes in musical styles while never compromising her core gospel sound.
The way she built this musical ecosystem around herself is fascinating too. I mean, through the Caravans, she launched the careers of so many other gospel greats, like James Cleveland and Shirley Caesar.
Oh, that's such an important point about her legacy. You know, she essentially created this blueprint for sustainable success in gospel music. Instead of viewing other artists as competition, she saw them as collaborators and actively invested in their success.
And that investment went beyond just music. Didn't she establish a scholarship foundation in Chicago?
Yes. The Albertina Walker Scholarship Foundation was her way of ensuring her success created educational opportunities for young people. It's like she understood that her voice needed to do more than just sing. It needed to open doors for others.
That commitment to community really sets her apart from many other artists of her era.
Well, what's really interesting is how her approach to success still feels so relevant today. In an era where artists often struggle with maintaining authenticity while achieving commercial success, she showed that staying true to your principles can actually be the path to lasting influence.
The way she lived that message of being a voice rather than an echo really created a template for artistic integrity.
And you know what's fascinating? Her influence extends far beyond just gospel music. When you look at how contemporary artists use their platforms for social change, or how they build collaborative networks, you can trace so much of that back to the groundwork she laid.
That's such a powerful observation about her lasting impact on the music industry as a whole.
Looking at the current state of both gospel and popular music, her core message seems more relevant than ever. This idea that music should serve a purpose beyond entertainment, that it should lift people up and create positive change. She really was ahead of her time in so many ways.
Well, it seems like her legacy isn't just about the songs she sang, but about showing how art can be a force for transformation.
Exactly. And I think that's why her story resonates so strongly today. Whether it's about finding your authentic voice, using your platform for positive change, or lifting others as you climb, these are principles that feel incredibly relevant to our current conversations about art, activism, and social change.
With that, we conclude this exciting episode. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd appreciate a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Your support truly helps this channel grow. See you again tomorrow. Yours, Sandor.